Hey, hello, values, guys and girls. It's me, Ms. DeVos, over here. It's about 10 o'clock on Sunday night, and I cut my bangs not once, but twice over the past couple of days. And I don't know, I need to wash my hair. I don't think I did such a bad job, but there's some odds and ends in there. Yeah, desperate times. I don't know. I have too much time on my hands, I guess. Anyway, how are you? How's everybody doing out there? You can always send me an email or a photo or something if you want to check in. I'm interested in seeing how you are. I'm looking at the screen. I'm not supposed to do that, right? Um, so I thought our discussion on Friday was pretty interesting, that whole idea of essential workers. And I think it's not so easy sometimes, but because obviously healthcare professionals are so essential right now, right? And people for jobs like lawyers or doctors or even engineers, they put off making money by going to school and getting more education, and usually more education translates to higher pay, but also that's a type of work that's valued. And I don't know how, if people who are doing essential work, like working in grocery stores or hardware stores or Target, those are all considered essential. I got a flat tire the other day. I was definitely happy the tire place was open so I could get that fixed. Those are essential, and I sometimes think we don't realize how essential they are. I don't know. Every time I go to Trader Joe's or the grocery store or Target, I'm trying to make it a point to thank the people that are working there, because um, their work is making me able to go and buy food and buy things that I need, and I'm really grateful for that. I'm grateful that I have a job that allows me to work out of my home too. So I don't know. I'm experiencing some gratitude. I hope I continue to appreciate them after this situation is over too. So the week ahead here at Values Time, we're back for another full week. Today's information, you're gonna finish reading chapter 5 of the Pearl. Read chapter 5 of the Pearl, and hopefully that'll take you about a half hour. Um, Also, you have a quarantine journal entry today, so that's in the quarantine journal folder in Google Classroom, and it's quarantine QJ entry number 4. So it's the fourth one of those. And try to spend about 15 minutes on that one. And then look for the exit ticket. Well, if you found this video, you found the exit ticket. It's all in the assignment today in Unit 8. Global awareness. So you're there already. Make sure you turn in that exit ticket too, so you can take attendance. Okay. So that's today. That's Monday, and you're watching this video as part of the assignment too. Tomorrow, Tuesday, is our religion days, and that's where Mr. Moss, yay, Mr. Moss, story Mr. Moss, will be on deck tomorrow. He will give you a lesson, and it could be about Laudato Si. It could be something related to the Pearl. Still working that out. And your reading assignment will be read half of chapter 6. We're almost near the end of the Pearl, almost there. Okay. Wednesday, we got Miss Marker. Ooh, shh. I don't know if I'm making a crowd noise or what. And English, there's going to be more quotes on the Pearl. There'll be a really short reading check on the Pearl. Also, your reading assignment for that day is to finish the Pearl. There's only 6 chapters. You read half of it, chapter 6 on Tuesday. So Wednesday, your assignment is to finish the book. Okay, finish that book. And then there'll be another thing in Google Classroom, where you are required to put a question about the Pearl in there. There'll be more on that to come. You put a question that you either have about the book, or want something clarified, and then your breakout teacher will answer your questions. And I think everyone in class can see each other's questions, so kind of help them with that. Thursday, it's me. Woo! Me doing learning about minimum wage and reading an article and looking at some graphs and things like that too, as well. Then Friday, we're gonna have doot 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 an ODE, an on-demand essay. Thought you were getting out of them with online school? You're wrong. So what we'll do is give you about 15 minutes to look over the ODE prompts and to get your information. Remember, it's open book, open notes for these things. So you'll gather your information. You could look over the prompts in that 15 minutes, get notes together, look over your reader's guide for the Pearl. Hope you haven't forgotten that. Any of the questions we went over on Wednesday, questions and answers, and get your stuff together. And then you'll have 45 minutes to write the ODE. Okay, and that'll probably be it for Friday. I might have a little wellness hint for you that day too. The other thing is we're going to start, it's after this, after we finish the Pearl, it's time for a new unit. New unit, yes, media, the media unit. And we will be reading Feed. Probably, it's a long book, so we probably won't be reading the whole thing. I think Miss Marker will assign some sections of Feed. It's an interesting book. It's very thought-provoking. Like, I have to admit, the first time I read it, I was like, I didn't really love it, but it made me think, right? Dystopian, futuristic, right? But I think it's a definitely, I know it's a worthwhile read, right? So she will give you a shorter reading assignment because after this week is spring break, Easter break. Okay, that's from Monday. Let's see, Monday the 6th through the 13th, or the following Monday. So we won't have you for school until April 14th. Okay, so Feed is the book. You'll have a short reading assignment over. It might be like an hour and a half worth of reading over spring break. Not a lot. But if you did not get a copy of the book, I've said it before in emails to your parents and to you, I have copies. I have them from school. Many of you picked them up, but a lot of you haven't still. So again, my address, 1926 Wellesley Avenue, St. Paul, 55105. It's in the Mac Groveland area. I will put books out. Let me know if you're going to come by and get a book. And I will put them out for you with your name on them. If you can't come out here, like, I can't get over there, I get it. You know, we're limiting where we go out and everything else. Let me know. Shoot me an email, and I'm happy to get this book to you because you're going to need it. All right. So I think I went over everything on my list over here. I believe I did. Okay, so what we're going to do now is look at some, remember the reader's guide for the Pearl Reader's Guide. Okay, so I'm just looking at these for the Pearl. And I'm just going over some of the questions. So there's the reader's questions. I think it's the third page or the second page of this document. And I would try to familiarize yourself with those because chances are that on-demand essay, you might be able to take something from here on that. So I'm looking at chapter 3, chapter 4. So the first one for chapter 3, do you remember what are the priest's first thoughts? So Kino finds this pearl, the pearl of the world, right? And different people at the beginning of chapter 3, it's like everyone's hearing about it. Somehow there's this vibration, there's this energy where everyone's slowly knowing about him finding the pearl. And the priest, one of his first things he thinks of, would you know what that is? Do you remember? He thinks his first thought is, oh, we've got all these repairs that we need to make in the church. So he's thinking, how can I get Kino to notice the church, get some money from him from this, to be honest with it. And the priest sort of asks about that, and he's very happy to hear that they want to get married in the church too. So the other part, the part that really frustrated me was the doctor. And again, think of the priest as an authority figure or a person of power, right? The doctor is too, definitely. And again, remember that Milgram experiment where the man said he was a doctor and he had on the lab coat and the clipboard and he was like, you need to shock these people if they get the wrong answer. And I don't want to shock them, but people still did it. They still gave them the pretend shock because this authority figure, this doctor told them so. And I really got frustrated with this because the doctor at first, when he found out they were just peasants, fishermen, whatever you want to say, he wasn't interested. And then when he found out that they found the pearl, he's like, oh, yeah, I got to go see them. And the interesting thing is, Juana already put that poultice. She got that algae and applied it to Coyotito's shoulder, and it was actually working. The the swelling had gone down, and their traditional medicines were actually working. And the doctor is like, oh no, not really, you really need me. And basically, I don't know if you understood that he gave something to Coyotito that would make him vomit and have a reaction. It wasn't causing him any harm, but it was like something you would give to a baby if they ate something wrong or something poisonous to make them throw up. And so then he had that reaction, and then he could say, now, oh, now he really is sick, and I can make him all better. So he set up this situation where he could look like a hero falsely. So again, that deception, um, and how sad, because he has this power and this wealth and this status. The people of the village were going to believe him, that he knows better, because like Kino says, he wants his son to know everything in the books. This doctor knows everything in the books, so he's trusting him, not to take advantage of him. And again, their intuition was better. Juana's intuition was just fine. She was able to take care of the baby. Um, and again, is that scorpion, the scorpion, is only dangerous when it attacks, right? And Coyotito thought it was neat and kind of was waving at it or whatever, fell on him, and it attacked him, and then of course the poison. And I almost wonder if the pearl, is almost like the scorpion in a way where it's it's neat, it's interesting, but maybe it has a stinger too. Maybe it's going to bring bad tidings too. And again, it go to 3. All manner of people grew interested in Kino. Suddenly, he's Mr. Popularity, right? Everyone, the bakers outside the church are like, oh, maybe he'll give us something. Kind of like when you hear those stories that people winning a lottery, right? And suddenly they have friends all over, or long lost relatives that are claiming to be related to him, kind of saying, hey, want to spare some of your cashola? And I get that feeling that suddenly everyone's very interested in Kino and Juana and the Pearl, and not necessarily interested in them, but what it means for the other people, if they'll get something, a little kickback too. Um, and let's see. And Kino is changing. It's interesting. The first things he says he wants is he wants to get married, right? And then everyone's kind of nodding, and it's almost like they're watching him, like, oh, and what else? And what else? And that he wants to get clothes and shoes and educate his son. And is that okay? Of course it's okay to want those things. Of course it is. And of course you want a better life for your children. But somehow something in this fable was saying it's not that easy to change. It's not that easy. Um, People don't want him to change. The people in power, how about this? They don't want to share their power and want him to change. I don't think. Um, yeah, that luck. So who knew that he'd have to hide it? That someone would come, and try to remember, was it the doctor who was like, where did you hide it? Like waiting for Kino to look somewhere. And then someone coming and trying to dig it up, and this whole scuffle and everything in this fight. And it's like this good luck is suddenly bringing way more bad luck to him. Again, think costs and benefits. The cost of the pearl, the benefits of the pearl. I don't know. Going into chapter 4. So, what about those pearl buyers? Did you understand that I think there were like 3 or 4 pearl buyers, but they all worked for one main big buyer, right? So it didn't matter if you went to pearl buyer A, B, C, or D. They all were in league with each other. So you're not going to get a better deal from, pearl buyer B. Okay, they all are kind of on the same page, but they don't want the people to know that. They want everyone to feel like they're competing against each other. Um, but it's like having a monopoly in a way, you know what I mean? So no one's going to offer you a better price for your pearl. Does that make sense? Um, they've got no competition really there. And so here's this huge pearl, the pearl of the world, this big, beautiful thing. And they're taking advantage of him again. The big head honcho, top of the heap, head manager pearl buyer is like, okay, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to say, this thing is not as good of quality. No one wants this. It's a monstrosity. And here's the highest we'll go. Okay, so you four pearl buyers, A, B, C, D, this is the maximum you'll go. Work it out between yourselves, but no one goes over this price. And they did. So Kino went to one, and then the other, and then the other. One guy's like, "Well, I give you a little bit more, but it is just to get it off your hands." And what a just imagine him thinking he's got this big thing and this everyone's walking together, and here's this the pearl of the world, and they're telling him it's not worth anything, it's not perfect, it's not great, nobody wants it, and undercutting him to a very, very low price. um, it's pretty insulting. And again, just slowly, this dream that he had of the pearl, and this fantasy of everything would bring, is now coming crashing down around him. um, you know, so you wonder if he hadn't, if he never found the pearl, if he just continued with his life as is, it's almost like it's saying it would be better off. But how does someone get ahead? Um, okay, how about this one? And so then at the end of chapter 4, after that whole deal, and so it's like, okay, people are trying to steal it. Kino gets in a scuffle in his house. Someone's trying to steal it. Now he's panicking. How can I hide the pearl? The pearl dealers are like all underselling it, underbuying. I don't know. They're offering really lowballing him with prices, and he's getting pissed off. He's getting really mad. And Juana, I think she's got the sense up here. She's like, you know what? This pearl has brought us nothing but trouble. Okay, we were hoping for this. It's not good. We got people trying to rob us. We can't trust anybody. Everybody wants something, and now these buyers are not offering us anything. You know what? I thought I wanted this. I don't. Let's throw it away. Let's throw it back, whoosh, back in the ocean. Let's just send it back. Get rid of it. I'd rather have our old life back. Okay, this is not good. And Kino really reacts strongly, where he's like, no. Hell no, we're going to the capital. I'm going to the big city to sell this pearl. And then he keeps saying in this book, she says, I'm afraid, Kino, I'm afraid. A man can be killed. Let us throw the pearl back into the sea. And he keeps saying, I am a man. And he says, hush, he said fiercely. I am a man. Hush. Um, and and that's just a whole interesting thing too. Like, how is this tied with his idea of what a man is? Um, how he can't back down from this, how he doesn't want to admit that there's a problem that he can't take care of. There's a lot to that, and a lot of pride at stake too. And yeah, he had a dream. They're always dreaming, and they go out in the boat. She's singing the song, and he is about this, like, I hope we catch a big pearl. I hope we catch a big pearl. And they get it. They get the pearl, and um, they end up getting a lot of problems along with it. Anyway, those are just some thoughts that I have about the book. It's just me rambling on and on and on. I'm enjoying it though. I hope you are too. It's a short, quick read. But again, if there are parts of it you're like, I don't get it, I don't understand, what's going on here? But please, we're here. We're not with you in the classroom. I miss that. I really do. I miss you. But we're still here. So email, send something, reach out, and I'd love to help you. Mr. Moss and Miss Margaret would love to help you too. So we're still, although it's a distance, we're still in this together, right? Did I have anything else to tell you? The pearl. I have my notes over here. I've got this nice goat. This goat friend. Isn't he? He's super cute. What else? What else to say? I don't know. It's different. It really is. It really is different. And but I'm hopeful, right? I'm ever hopeful that I hope we see each other before the end of the school year. I hope everybody stays safe and healthy. Um, I really do miss you. You're kind of, I mean, you really are why I come to school every day. So, as much as it's nice to have school in my pajamas, I do miss, you're kind of the reason why I show up. So, we're still showing up, right? We're still showing up and we're doing this. I'm impressed with everybody's work that they're turning in, and you're an awesome group of people. It's my pleasure to be your teacher. All right, so here's me signing off. I will see you back in online school. You'll see me again on Thursday. Remember, Mr. Moss is tomorrow, Tuesday, religion. Ms. Margaret is Wednesday, writing Wednesday, and then I'm around on Thursday, okay? So read the Pearl, check it out, try to get outside. Um, it helps me get out of my head. And I don't know, I made some delicious brownies tonight. Oh my God, they're so good. So I'm going to have one. All right. Bye. Take care.